Hello viewers, welcome to Maths Mantras channel. Today we are going to have the revision of one chapter of 10th ICSE Mathematics, that is in banking chapter. This chapter will be having 4 types of questions to be asked in the board examination, which involves 2 types of formulas. Now let's see what are the formulas are involved in this chapter and what are the 4 types of questions are asked in the examination from this banking chapter. Now you can see, as per the formulas, one already I have written, that is interest. So if you keep the money in the bank, we get the interest. To get the interest of the recurring deposit account, the formula is I is equal to P into N into N plus 1 upon 2 into 12 into R upon 100. So this is the formula to find the interest. So let us see what are the variables involved in this formula. The first one is interest is I. Then what about the P? P is monthly deposit. So in recurring deposit account, every month we deposit the money for a certain period of time. So P is the monthly deposit and N is number of months, that is the time for which we keep the money in the bank, number of months. And what is R? R is the rate of interest which is given by the bank. So the rate of interest may vary from one bank to another bank. So R is the rate of interest. So this formula is very important. Based on this formula only, we have to find even the maturity value also. In order to find the maturity value, interest is compulsory. Without interest, we cannot find the maturity value. Then what is another formula? Another formula is maturity value. So what is this maturity value? Usually if we keep the money in the bank for a certain time, say for example 3 years, 4 years, we'll be having a certain time, say 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Every month we will be depositing the money in the bank, and after the period of maturity, at the time of end of the time of account, when you are going to close that, we will be going to get a lump sum amount. That lump sum amount only we call as the maturity value. So maturity value formula is MV, that is equal to sum deposited is P into N plus the interest on the money what we are going to get, P into N plus I. So what is this P into N? This is sum deposit. So what is the money you have deposited in the bank? How much money you have deposited for the entire period of the time. Then what is this I? I is the interest. Already I said interest formula. Without the interest formula, we cannot find the maturity value. So these 2 formulas, one is interest and one is maturity value. Based on these 2 formulas only, we are going to have the questions from this chapter. Now let us see what type of questions will be asked in this chapter. There are 4 types of questions will be asked in this chapter. Now you can see the screen is visible to you. The first type of question is interest and maturity value. Finding the interest and maturity value, this is the first type of question, and this type of question was asked in 2016, 17 and 18. So these 3 years finding the maturity value question is asked. So you can understand the importance of maturity value. And finding the monthly installment, that is called P, is also asked in 2016, 17 and 19. Now if you see 2016, 17, here also 2016, 17. So in 2016, maturity value and monthly deposit. Here also maturity value and monthly deposit combinedly the question is asked. In 2018, separately only maturity value was asked, and in 2019 separately monthly deposit question was asked. And if you see, rate of interest was asked in 2020, last year, previous year question paper. You can see the question is based on rate of interest. And the last type of question is finding the time, that is N value, was asked in 2018, only 1 year. So I have taken the analysis of last 5 years. Now you people can understand only these types of questions will be repeating. Even if you take from 2015 onwards also. At that time, even saving bank account also was included. Now that topic is reduced from your portion. So if you see from 2015 onwards, another 5 years back also, all these four types of questions only will repeat. So if you are perfect in finding the interest maturity value, finding the monthly deposit, finding the rate of interest, these three particular type of questions, the first three are of same type, but the last one, finding the time, this simplification little differs at last. Here you will be getting a quadratic type of equation. The quadratic type of equation you have to solve to get the n value. So monthly deposit, interest and maturity value, and interest, these all are the one type of questions, and finding the time, this is another type of question. So these are only the four types of questions which we get in the banking chapter. I think you people got the clear idea how to prepare this banking chapter of four types of questions. You people should be very good in simplification and in the calculation. Then only you can do these type of questions. I hope you got the clear idea. Yes. Now you can prepare this chapter and get the good marks in this. Thank you.